Hey there, welcome to Creators Wanted. Thanks for being here. Go ahead and get comfortable, but not too comfortable. We're just getting started, but we're planning on having a little bit of fun. Because while we all might be at home, we're definitely going places. Today is about opportunities. I guess when you think about it, every day is an opportunity. But this one's different. This is about your future and the future of manufacturing, and how you can be a part of it. You see, creators and the things they create are all around us. But manufacturing is more than just making. It's about problem solving and meeting challenges. And this year, there's been no bigger challenge than the global pandemic. Manufacturing has been an essential part of seeing us through the crisis. It's provided a means of production and delivery for treatment and preventative care. Creators and their resourcefulness and resolve have been a critical part of that. And we're going to continue to need them as we move forward. But moving forward means finding more creators. According to the Manufacturing Institute and Deloitte, there's so much to do that we're going to need millions of them. And we have a plan for finding them. Events like today's are the first step. We want to reduce the skills gap in the US, and in doing so, increase the diversity of the manufacturing workforce. And if we're going to do that, people have to know what's out there, right? We want to show creators like you the kinds of careers that are available. Chances are, there are some great ones right in your backyard. Careers with competitive salaries, room for growth, and most of all, work that's meaningful. It's time. It's time to rethink a career in manufacturing. It's time to reconsider what it means to be a creator. It's time to make the future. We're glad you're here. Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Creators Wanted. I hope you guys are ready to have a great time today because we have another fantastic topic to talk to you guys about. But before we get into that topic, a couple things that you guys need to know. First things first, who am I? My name is Aaron Smalls. I'll be your host for this program and all our future Creators Wanted events. Also, over there on the side of the screen, you guys are going to notice the chat bar. That's how you guys are going to be able to interact with us here on the screen on the program. You guys can say hello, you can ask questions, and our moderators will reply to you. Also, throughout the program, you're going to see some links that pop up at the bottom of the screen. Feel free to click on those links, and it's going to give you guys some helpful information on what we're talking about or who we're talking to. And make sure you guys stick around later on in the show because we're going to put you to the test with our Creators Wanted quiz. We're going to give you guys some trivia to see how much you know or you don't know about manufacturing. Speaking of manufacturing, what comes to mind when you think of a career in manufacturing? Are you wondering how to get started? What opportunities are available? Well, that's what today is all about. We're down in Florida, and we're going to be talking about the Manufacturing Institute's premier workforce program, FAME. Well, what does FAME stand for? Well, it stands for the Federation for Advanced Manufacturing Education. And you're probably thinking, what does that mean? What is FAME? Well, it's an earn and learn program that allows students to work and go to school at the same time. At the same time. Pretty cool thing. Today, we're going to be talking with some program experts. We're going to talk to a student in the program. And of course, we're going to talk to a company that supports these programs in their local community. You guys go ahead, kick back, relax, because today we're putting the spotlight on FAME. I'm so excited to get this thing going. Once again, we're talking about FAME, and I'm excited to bring back a guest from our previous Creators Wanted, the Executive Director for the Manufacturing Institute. We're welcoming back Carolyn Lee.
Hi, Aaron. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Carolyn, thanks for being back on the show with us. And we're diving into fame. You talked about it in our last program, but we're going to get a little further into it this time. So before we get into fame, for those viewers watching at home, can you kind of update us on what you do and what the Manufacturing Institute is?
Sure. The Manufacturing Institute is the workforce development and education partner for the National Association of Manufacturers. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower the manufacturing workforce of today and tomorrow. And we do that through a variety of programs, really reaching the entire spectrum of the potential manufacturing workforce for today and tomorrow. So it's veterans, it's youth, it's women, it's diversity and inclusion, it's also upskilling workers. And I think that's the topic today.
Very nice. And you talked about today and tomorrow. How did fame kind of get started in the beginning?
Fame has a fantastic kind of creation story. Toyota realized that they had a need for a training program to fill their multi-skilled maintenance technicians. And of course, being Toyota, they had this vision of training the world's best multi-skilled maintenance technician. And so they home grew their own program in Georgetown, Kentucky, about a decade ago, and they started it on their own to fill their own positions. And then it worked so well as they worked and built it out with their local community college partner that they expanded it to include other companies locally. And so back in 2019, we announced with Toyota that they were transitioning the stewardship of the program from Toyota Motor Manufacturing North America over to the Institute to really have the Institute help it grow, continue to grow into a much more nationwide program. So today we're operating in 13 states and supporting chapters, training about 300 students, 700 students with over 300 companies.
Very nice. It's a pretty vast program that's going on there. And what makes fame so unique? A lot of programs are out there in colleges, and they kind of help you kind of earn and learn. But this one is very specific. What makes this program unique?
Well, I always talk about the secret sauce of fame, and when it came together, it was really combining the manufacturing specific skills as well as the core technical skill sets, and then the communication, how to engage, what's manufacturing environment all about. And so it's really focused on and what makes fame so unique and so successful, because the outcomes for students coming out of fame is much higher than most community college programs, is that you are learning the technical skills you need to do your job and the professional skills you need to be successful in your career concurrently in partnership as you go through the 21-month program. And so you're partnering with amazing companies and leading companies like Trane Technologies, our partner here today, while you're learning on the job and you're in school. So it's a rigorous program. It has very high standards. The outcomes, though, 85% of folks graduate and are then hired by the companies that sponsor through the program. And so, you were part of this national network, but it's really locally focused on local communities. But today, as I said, we have over 700 current students with about 300 companies partnering, all sizes, big companies, small companies, all different parts of the manufacturing sector in 15 states, helping train the global best multi-skilled maintenance technicians.
Nice. And what's the balance kind of work? How's that work out between the on the job working and actually being in school learning? What's the balance that's there?
Yeah, it's about 3 days a week that you work. So the things that you're learning your 2 days a week, which are full days in school, you are then applying at this as you're learning it concurrently, during your time on the job. So I don't know, but I think for a lot of people, it's one thing to learn it, it's another thing to go and do it. And that's one of the successes of fame, is that you have that join together. The partnership is really with the community college and the employers, so that together that student has that learning reinforced. So, as you look at what you're doing, you're learning about, how machines work in modern manufacturing today, what the robots and the automation that people talk all the time about, well, they're operated and maintained by humans. So, these multi-skilled maintenance techs are the, key employees in every sort of facility, because they have the skills to keep all of our operations running. So it's a fantastic program, but you're 3 days a week in school, 2 days a week on the job. And after 21 months, you're coming out with your associate's degree and this skill set, and in 85% of the cases, a job.
Nice. That's a pretty cool program there. So with that program, you kind of touched on some of the skills that they're going to be learning in the program. Are there skills from the program that kind of apply to their life just in general outside of the program?
Absolutely. So, part of the tenets of fame is to be able to communicate. And of course, there's safety, there's communication, there's the manufacturing core exercises is kind of the part of the program. And it's really about how do you operate? We talk all the time about manufacturing, but if you haven't been in a facility, it might not be familiar to you. So it's a team skill or exercise, right? You got to communicate about what you're going to do, what is the list, what are you looking forward at, what are the goals of any day, and how do you communicate in your group. So every FAME student has a lot of focus on those communication skills, those speaking skills, so that you're able to articulate what your mission and goals are. And that's going to help you all the way across. But the team work, as well as, the focus on mission and the really high standards that you're being held to as part of the FAME program, reaps benefits all across your life, because you have this career preparation in addition to the technical skills. That's really a kind of core to the secret sauce that is FAME.
I love that you call it the secret sauce. That's great. So once they do graduate and they're moving on with their career, they get hired. They have maybe minimal to no debt from the program. What does their growth look like from the time that they graduate, kind of moving forward?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. And so, the degrees that they're coming out with, it just the impact and the potential of that is huge. These are jobs that are in high demand across the entire sector. If you don't have the people keeping your operations and your machinery and all of your equipment running, you're not running. So the really high skilled, really high in demand. And now your growth potential really depends on the individual and the company. Some FAME graduates come out and they say, you know what? I love what I did. I want to keep learning, and they go for their full bachelor's degree, and they go for an engineering degree, and they want to continue to expand. Some say, okay, I love this, but we want to go more with a business focus. Right now, we understand manufacturing operations. We have a technical skill set. Layer on and work towards a business degree that includes some of that, so that you're able to function in manufacturing as a business leader, but also with that technical skill set, because then you're understanding that side of the business. Some FAME leaders some FAME graduates turn into team leaders, right? And so they grow, they stay in that job. They love the fact that their job every day is different, that they are troubleshooting, they are fixing, they are not sitting doing the same exact thing every day, and they're getting ahead of problems and keeping things operating. And so, there's a huge array of opportunities coming out of it. And it just depends on the individual, the company, and how eager they are to pursue those futures. But it's really exciting. There's just a huge opening to a variety of opportunities ahead of you.
That's incredible. Love that they have so many different opportunities available to them there. So people that are watching, they're excited about FAME now. They're thinking, all right, I want to get into this program. How do they apply? What should they be doing to get involved with this FAME program?
Absolutely. So you should go to the FAME USA website, and that's FAME, FAME-USA.com, and look for a FAME site that's either operating today or getting ready to kick off near you. So I think we have about a dozen locations that will start up this upcoming summer, August, September, depending on the school year start, and that are recruiting now, like our program here in Florida that we're talking about today. And so go to the FAME website, look for that, get that contact information. You can reach out to us at the Institute, and we can connect you into the right folks locally. But this is really a local program, and our role is to help support that, to share what's learning, to help give company support, and to raise attention to the fantastic opportunity that comes through a program like FAME, so that we're able to bring more companies and more students in and fill that skills gap, which is at the core of the mission for the Institute.
That's great. It's great for companies to actually create these different chapters, because it kind of keeps their workflow going, and they know the skill set of their students. So that's fantastic. Carolyn, do you have any final thoughts you want to share with our viewers at home before we move into our very next segment here on Creators Wanted?
Yeah, just real quickly, the whole point of the Creators Wanted campaign is to show people the future of modern manufacturing. Manufacturing it's not our grandfather's manufacturing anymore, our grandparents' manufacturing anymore, right? And skills are at the center of opportunities in manufacturing jobs, and the skills that people can earn in as little as 6 weeks to 6 months, 6 years. We need people with skill sets all the way across the waterfront. We have about 500,000 jobs open in the sector, and that continues to be the case. And so that's why closing the skills gap by reaching people, sharing what the opportunities are in the future, and bringing them in, getting them excited about the opportunity to innovate and create as part of modern manufacturing. And that's the core of Creators Wanted. So thrilled to be back here again and look forward to what's to come.
That's exciting. Thank you so much for being here, Carolyn. And actually, talking about exciting things and graduation, what happens after you graduate the program. Last week, I got to catch up with an actual famed student in Kentucky. So we're going to jump over and check out that interview with Luis Vasquez right now. Last time our Creators Wanted program was so exciting because it was our very first one. It was a monumental experience there, and it was very exciting. But you know what else is exciting? Graduating. And right now, I'm talking with a member of Fame who's graduating in May. We're going to be talking right now to Luis Vasquez. Luis, how you doing, man?
I'm good, Aaron. Thank you for asking. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. You know, I'm up here in New York City, and I know all over the place the weather is crazy, and it's snowing and it's cold. Where are you exactly?
So I'm actually in Georgetown, Kentucky, where the weather is not so much better. It's a lot colder than it usually is.
Yeah, the weather's been crazy all over the place. But you're in Georgetown, Kentucky, and what's the name of the chapter that you're at there in Georgetown?
So I am in the Bluegrass Community and Technical College chapter.
Very nice, very nice. And I know there are a lot of people that are watching are potentially going to be interested in the brand new chapter that's going to be opening up in the Gulf Coast. But since it's just opening up, that's why we hopped, jumped, and skipped right over to talk to you there in Kentucky. So you're graduating in May. That's super exciting. But let's backtrack. Let's backtrack a little. Where are you originally from?
So originally I was born in Mexico, but I moved to Tennessee when I was 3 years old. And then from there, I moved from town to town until I ended up here in Georgetown.
Okay. And then how did manufacturing come about? You did a lot of hopping around. Where did manufacturing come into the picture?
So it all started when I was in high school and I was in my junior year going to senior year, and we were looking at our schedules for building. And I saw one of the classes was electronics in a vocational school called Southside in Lexington. I went there, and then towards the end of the class, the teacher mentioned the AMT program, and he said that it was a great way to continue our learning past this class, and it was a great opportunity. So I applied, I got an interview, and here I am today.
Very nice. And for those that are watching, I just want to make sure that we're very clear for them. Talk to me about what AMT actually stands for.
So AMT stands for Advanced Manufacturing Technicians.
Okay, Advanced Manufacturing Technician. And that's what you're doing in the program. Where are you working in the program?
So I am currently being sponsored by Toyota Manufacturing here in Kentucky.
Very cool. Very cool. So let's break it down. The FAME program is, as we like to call it, earn and learn. You're earning credits in school while you're also getting hands-on training and you're learning there at Toyota. So let's walk through the process. You applied, you got in. Talk to me about your day-to-day at Toyota, and then talk to me a little bit about your day-to-day with school.
Okay, so my day-to-day at Toyota starts at 6 a.m. Usually my schedules for work is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and I go to school 2 days. But once I get to work, I'll start off with my morning meeting with the rest of my team, and the team leader coordinates it, gives us our PMs for the day, daily checks, and throughout the day, I'm always doing production support. But in between those days, if I have a project that I have to work on, I'll work on it whenever I have some spare time, whenever production's not down. And yeah, my day ends at 2:30. And then usually I'll stay a little bit later, sometimes just to get extra training in, but that's just me personally. You don't have to. And then as far as school goes, I go to schools Mondays and Wednesdays. And it used to be going to class from 7 a.m. to about 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, depending on if you have gen eds to take or not. But with COVID, it's been going back down to only one day a week.
Yeah, I mean, the pandemic changed a lot of things for everyone, but that's a big part of what manufacturing is meeting those challenges and problem solving. And with that, what kind of skills are you learning? How are you growing as a person in this program?
So as far as skills go, we are essentially jacks of all trades. We learn everything from hydraulics, pneumatics, blueprint reading, electric electrical systems, electronics, motor controls, PLCs. We learn all kinds of different things, and it's good to get a bit of an introduction into every topic so that you have a foundation that you can build upon later at work or on your own spare time.
Yeah, that's such an incredible thing there. You say jack of all trades. I consider that to be very well rounded because while uh, you have this job right now and you're learning and you're gaining these skills, when you graduate, you're not going to be faced with the challenge that a lot of college students face, which is you get your degree, you finish, and then you're out there looking for a job, and surprise, you can't get one. How does that make you feel that when you finish this program, you graduate in May, that you're already going to be rolling and ready to go?
It's honestly a big stress reliever for me knowing that once I not only that I'll have a job by the time I graduate, but I'll already have on-site experience doing this job. So it won't be like going like head first into a shallow into a pool. I'll already have my toes dipped and I'll already have an understanding of what my responsibilities will be.
Very nice. And you're a college student. Are you able to actually be a college student? Do you have the time to do that between the program and learning and school? Do you have that time to kind of kick back and relax a little bit?
Oh, you definitely do. You just gotta find time to make it. Uh Usually I'll try to give myself the weekends off just to, kick back, relax, and forget about all the stress of the week.
I love that. And with manufacturing, what excites you about it? What got you into it? Why would you want to do it?
So for me personally, it was because I've always really enjoyed working with my hands. I
Hmm.
first learned that I loved doing this whenever I started making origami. And then from there, it just kind of snowballed that I liked building things, putting things together, understanding how they worked, why they worked. And then going here, that's exactly what I do. I understand why this machine functions the way it does, what I can do to improve it. If it breaks down, how I can troubleshoot to get to the point where I understand what the problem is and what caused it.
Very cool. And as we're moving into the future, we talked about the past a little bit, we talked about the present. As we're moving into the future, what are you most looking forward to?
I'm most looking forward to graduating. So no more homework, no more classes, no more having to wake up super early for gen eds. I'm looking forward to that and hopefully to advance my learning even further beyond this advanced manufacturing technician program.
I love that. So you're going to be out of it, but there's other people that are going to be looking to apply and to get into it. Luis, what's something you could tell them maybe to look forward to or that is exciting or maybe something you wish you knew when you had first started?
Well, I'm definitely going to say that by the end of it, you'll have a multitude of different techniques and self self-taught skills that you can then apply anywhere. As I mentioned earlier, you'll learn hydraulics, mechanics, electricity, PLCs, anything. So you don't have to rely on going to different trades to get something fixed or like home repairs, car repairs. You'll be able to do all of that yourself. So that's something that's very, very rewarding. But at the same time, the program is difficult, but it's got a huge payoff at the end. So it's definitely worth it.
I love that. If you put in that work, you'll definitely get there. And it seems like you put in that work. Luis, I got to tell you, man, congratulations on graduating here in May and being a part of the FAME program. And best of luck to you moving forward.
Thank you so much.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you, Aaron.
Here we go. We're kicking off another Standard Creators Wanted segment. This is our Creators Quiz. We're going to put you to the test by asking you a trivia question. And in today's show, it's all about fame. I'm going to give you guys 20 seconds after I ask the question to click on what you think the answer is on the screen. We'll see who gets it right. We'll see who gets it incorrect. But with that said, let's go ahead and get right in to our Creators Quiz question. The question is, How many states currently are operating a FAME program? Is it A, 13, B, 6, C, 27, or D, 24? Your 20 seconds starts now. All right, you're thinking about it. You're trying to figure it out. How many states currently are operating a FAME program? D24, C27, B6, or A13? Got just about 5 seconds left here. And that is time. All right, let's see how you guys did. Once again, the question is, how many states are currently operating a FAME program? A13, B6, C27, or D24? The answer is A13. If you said 13, well done. If you didn't get it this time, it's okay. We've got more creators quizzes coming up on future episodes of Creators Wanted. But right now, we're moving into our very next segment, which is Take 5 with Creators Wanted. We're going to take 5 minutes to go over some of the subjects and the topics that you guys really want to know more information about. So let's go talk to our very next guest. We're kicking off another segment here on Creators Wanted. It's called Take 5. We're going to take 5 minutes to dive into Trane Technologies' partnership with the Gulf Coast FAME chapter and find out how Trane is investing in their own growth by building a pipeline of skilled workers. I'm excited to talk to our very next guest here from Trane Technologies. We have Lynn Haven plant manager, Brad Van Heidsma.
Hey, Aaron, how are you this afternoon?
I'm doing well. How you doing over there?
Great, thanks.
Well, Brad, we've got 5 minutes to really pack it in, so I'm going to get right to it. So tell me a little bit about your role at Trane Technologies and briefly tell me about how you got started in manufacturing.
All right, so here in Trane Lynn Haven, I'm the plant manager. So I've been here a little over a year and a half. Relatively large manufacturing facility down in Lynn Haven, Florida, about 700 people on site. So I got in manufacturing decades ago, but right out of high school. So I went and worked at a chair plant in Holland, Michigan. Ended up putting casters on the bottom of chairs for the summer.
How did you hear about that? Was it like a flyer, or like how did you hear about it? How did you get into something like that?
Actually, the company had a program with employees that if you were going off to school, you could go to work there for the summer. And my mom was the HR person down there, so that's how I got in.
Nice. And were you just working, or were you making money there? Were you learning? What was kind of going on in that program?
Oh yeah, I was working and making money. I was out on the shop floor, second shift. Like I said, putting casters on chairs. It was a great summer job. Kind of good exposure to what manufacturing was like. A good company.
And that's what FAME is all about, is kind of that earn and learn program. So what got you guys into this partnership? Why are you guys so excited to be a part of this FAME program?
Well, when Trane Technologies was a part of Ingersoll Rand, they went under a lean transformation about 10 years ago or so. And from that, we had a lot of people that came from the Toyota background, or Toyota Production Systems background. And FAME was one of the key elements to developing talent for skilled trades back in Kentucky. So the concept came to our company through that venue. And then I had one of our local people call and say, hey, would you be interested in sponsoring a FAME chapter in Florida? And both Sue Sterrett and myself, who's my HR leader, like, absolutely. We'd love to get involved in that immediately. Why
did you jump on it so quickly? Why did you say absolutely?
Well, I have a history in automotive, so I understood what the program had done for Toyota and for other industries that are up in that area, and the talent pool that they create and develop is well known in those industries. So I thought it'd be great to bring it to the HVAC industry as well.
That's great. And so for someone that's a part of the program, once they kind of graduate and they finish up, what are some of the opportunities available to them at Trane?
Well, here at Trane, we do assembly, but in that we also have obviously machines, because we have very expensive capital equipment machines that unfortunately do break on occasion, or need to be modified or fixed. So we have maintenance opportunities. We have tool and die work. We also have a group that builds advanced equipment. So, and a lot of the gentlemen and ladies that are in that are of retirement age. You know, they've worked a long time here. We've been here for 25 years. So, and they want to pass on that legacy. So being able to have an educational program that teaches them people how to do it, as well as coming to the plant and learning hands-on with what people do, it's like the best of both worlds. And our folks here have a lot to teach people, and the FAME program itself also has a lot to teach folks. So I think it's a great partnership.
That's great. I love that. So there's some people that they've been hearing about it through this entire Creators Wanted event here today. And I know there's some people that are really getting excited about it. When does the program start? When would they want to apply to get into this program?
Well, the application process is already open. So you can find it through Facebook, either through Gulf Coast FAME chapter or Trane Technologies FAME program. You can find it on the web there. And then you can go ahead and apply. Gulf Coast State College as well, under FAME, has a full applications process on the website. And that's open now, and it closes on the 31st of March. So you got a little over a month.
Yeah, so there's definitely a bit of a sense of urgency there to get on and to start to apply for that. And how long is that training program?
Training program is going to be several years, like 2 years actually. And what they do is they go to work for 3 days a week, and then they go to school for 2 days a week, on and off for that time frame. And then they earn an associate's degree during that time frame as well.
Very nice. So as we kind of come to the end of this segment here, is there anything else that you'd like to share with our audience that's watching?
Yeah, we got about 7 other partner manufacturers and companies that are down here, but of course, everyone's going to want to work for Trane Technologies. And so if you have a desire to do something a little different than the normal college program, you know, feel free to take your time, your talents, and come down to the beach here in Panama City. You'll find a great career opportunity here with FAME.
That's great. Get a little sunshine in while you work as well.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's excellent. Well, this has been Take 5, and Brad, I got to thank you for sharing all this incredible information, and I got to thank everyone at Trane Technologies as well for being a Creators Wanted legacy sponsor. And if there's anyone out there that's watching today that's interested, you've heard how incredible this program is, and you want to sponsor Creators Wanted, all you have to do is just click on that link on the screen below. One more time, thank you so much, Brad, for being here today, and I hope you have a great rest of the week.
Thanks, Aaron. You too. Take care.
Bye. Well, there you have it. Another great program today, learning all about FAME. We were able to hear about the background of the program. We got some insight on the day-to-day from an actual FAME student and what FAME means for the employers who participate in the program. If you're a student in the Bay County, Florida area, or if you're someone that's interested in starting a career in manufacturing, taking the next steps it's easy. The Gulf Coast FAME chapter is recruiting for their fall classes right now. And like I said in the beginning, we've got links for you guys to make it easy. Just click on the link at the bottom of the screen and you can start your application process. If you're an employer and you're interested in what you heard today and you want to bring a FAME chapter to your area, all you have to do is check out the link for AMT Live at the bottom of the screen. AMT Live is a program that gives you all the information you need about FAME and the benefits of starting your own FAME chapter. So make sure you guys click that link and check that out. Also, you can reach out to the Manufacturing Institute. We talked to Carolyn, the executive director, but you can reach out to the Manufacturing Institute by clicking on the link below, and someone will definitely follow up with you on the next steps. Today really was another great Creators Wanted event in the books, and I've got to thank each and every one of you for your time today. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Don't forget to sign up at creatorswanted.org to stay up to date on all of our upcoming events, and we definitely look forward to seeing you again next time. Again, my name is Aaron Smalls, and I'll catch you on the next Creators Wanted.